Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Henry. I'm one of the partners in JHS Group and Serreva Glasshouses. We want to show you one of our projects that we're doing over here in Spring, Texas. This is a 4,000 square feet glass house. As you can see, we're in the final stages of implementing the glass, which will be one stage before the final. The final will be to run the duct system, HVAC, and get this beautiful glass house slash venue up and running. Our design process kickstarts the entire procedure over here. We sit down with you guys, we understand what you want, what's your inspiration, what's the total use of the glass house, how many people you're gonna host, or how many people you're gonna have in different events. And by learning what you want, what you're trying to achieve, and how you want to incorporate everything in your existing either venue or a piece of land or a house, we come up with a couple of ideas and we'll take it from there. As you can see in this glass house, we have 14 feet walls, which add to the majestic of the entire project. We have a 16 feet gable systems and a double roof. The total height of this structure is 34 feet. This structure is laid on a pillar system and an 8-inch slab on top of it, which is something that we will design for you in the initial stages. When we start the process with you, we provide you a set of drawings, not just for the glass house, but for the foundation, for the HVAC, for the septic if need be, and for the water. We have a panel system over here that is a 3-phase to feed into this glass house, which is very important if you are looking at the glass house as a commercial slash venue. So you're gonna need a 3-phase at minimum. Then you're gonna need all of that slab and all of the pillar system to be designed to the environment you're here, anywhere from California all the way down to Florida and up to New York State. We do work in Alaska and Puerto Rico, and when we start designing it through the entire process, which can take anywhere between a couple of months to 4, 5, 6 months, we go through all of the different stages that you want to incorporate in your glass house. We are in a nursery, and they wanted to embed their flower pattern into this glass house, which we did, and you can look at this. You can see the same motif through the upper segment and in the columns itself. One of the things that we do, and one of the things that is important for us to understand, is we want to understand what is the purpose. If the purpose is a venue for weddings, restaurants, even private events, which we have that, or private quarters, which we do that, we need to understand. And by doing that, by understanding, we can work with you and design the right product. This glass house is made out of structural steel. That means everything you see over here won't last forever. It is hot dip galvanized. That means every piece of metal is lowered into an acid bath that changes the inside molecular structure of the iron and makes sure it doesn't rust. Then we powder coat it, and we can powder coat it in any color you wish to. Some colors, like this is a double powder coating. That means we had a gold layer and then we did a black layer to create a more rustic look on this particular glass house. We are 160 to 180 kilometers or 150 miles rated. That means this will take about 150 miles. We have projects that we've done in Florida. We have projects that we've done in California and in Texas that are completely beautiful and intact, while the surrounding have encountered damage. We use low E glass combined with different tinting elements inside of it, and a shading system as well. That means that we can handle extreme temperatures like in Spring, Texas, and we can do the same thing in California, in Mesa, Arizona, which we have a structure, and all the way up to New York. When in New York and upstate New York, you will use lower tinting, but still keep the low E on the glass. When we use our glass and when we choose what glass we want to use, we have to think about two things. One, that it's going to last forever. So most of our glass is going to be double-sided, 6 millimeter and up, which will give you about 12 millimeter of glass, which is reinforced glass. All of this structure is done with a lot of thought, and we've done with a lot of our experience, that you can get longevity out of it. The maintenance of those structures, which is a question I get a lot, is very simple, because this is hot dip galvanized and powder coated. It will not rust. and the weather will not damage it. Because the glass is reinforced glass, 12 millimeter and up, low E, usually tinted, you won't see a lot of water spots on it and different type of stain. However, every season or two, we recommend of washing it in a very simple procedure. You go up with a hose, you spray it out, and you can either dry it or let the sun dry it, depending on the tint you have on the glass. The sides of the glass or the side or the walls of the glass structure can be cleaned like any other glass structure with Windex and a cloth. All of our structures are made to last, as I said. As you can see over here, the glass that is already placed into a frame and the frame is holding it. We try and use as big pieces of glass as we can to create a nicer aesthetic look. We have no problem in creating large structures with large glass pieces. We are a metal and glass company. That is our core and our base. Over here, we're going to have a couple of duct systems that will run through this. Those are going to be 26-inch duct system that will be connected to about 80 tons of AC units. 2 units, 40 ton each unit. One of them is a backup unit, the other one is the main unit. But we try, when we build and design those, we always think 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and we try and minimize whatever effect that there is from maintenance. We know that you have a lot of income generated from those structures, and every day that you're down, you probably are going to lose money, so we do our very best to prevent that.